Okay, I may have studied Japanese for like a year and a half, but even I'm not gonna go and change the entire language. I'm not Lincoln.
Yeah, and I'm not either of you, so I know even less.
No, look, the last time I remember when he gave me Smash, and not only first off, not only was it in Japanese, but the whole tap jump situation was happening.
Yeah, I don't know which was worse. Actually, I'd say
Just
tap jump is a harder language for me to learn. I mean, non-tap jump, I should say.
it's. I mean, how could somebody just be so wrong?
Because we're Noob Smoke, and he's I forgot every other ninja in Mortal Kombat. Man, that joke would have been fantastic. But yeah,
Sector?
I was gonna go with Cyrex, but he's not
I
really.
don't know who's top tier.
Yeah, me neither. But we have
Anyways,
been
welcome to
completely
Sonic
ignored
Advance,
Sonic.
not Mortal Kombat.
So yes, as I was asking, this is an advanced version of Sonic the Hedgehog in that it's made to be superior in every way.
I wouldn't say that was the design idea, but sure. Also,
Wait,
this is Neo Green Hill Zone. How creative.
were you just oh really? And I was
Yes.
thinking that it's so cool. It's a beach, but right here, it's something that comes up later in the level, which I saw because this isn't the first take. Where I'm like, oh, it just ends up being Green Hill again, which is pretty much what happens here.
Yeah, it's just that it starts out by the beach. But
Even though I love this roadside thing, that's a great aesthetic. But
yeah, the aesthetics are pretty cool. What were you saying though?
were you doing some weird slash attack where they were spin dashing?
Oh, that's the Insta Shield. That's from Sonic 3. Basically, it gives you an extended radius of attack. And it's technically in that extended radius you can hit enemies that would be normally harmful to you.
Hold up, is this a magnet shield?
Yes, it's the electric shield.
Alright.
Except without the double jump.
So some of the power-ups made it from 3.
Yeah. Well, the electric shield stays throughout most of the series. In some way or another. It's the other ones that usually don't come back.
Right.
But here I'm very precariously moving along the top path. Because I need to find the special stage spring.
Alright, that makes
sense. It's
sense.
very easy to be knocked off from the top path here. So if you're playing as like Sonic or Amy, then it's gonna be hard to get back up. But yeah, the special stage is now in space. Sort of. Space elevator thing, I don't know.
This is awesome.
It is, but the first time you do it, the depth perception is going to kill you. I eventually got used to it, and it wasn't. And so these special stages, well, some of the later ones are kind of hard, but I'd count this in like middle difficulty, honestly. Just part of the problem is just the depth perception. Kind of reminds me of Sonic Blast special stages.
If this is middle difficulty, what would you call the easiest? Besides, what's that one? Chaos? Were you so close to a failure, and then at the very last second you got 2 rings?
I was close to no. The reason why the failure thing came up is because if you do a trick through the ring portal, then you get extra rings. But I didn't do it in time because I forgot the timing, so it said failure.
Oh, okay then. But yeah.
Yeah, do I get it here? Yeah, nice technique, I get a few rings. But I think, just when you mentioned Sonic, Blast, yeah, I do think Sonic Blast in terms of how it's one of the easiest special. The thing is with Sonic Chaos is that that they're easy once you know what to do, but if you're figuring stuff out for the first time, I'd still count them as kind of easy. But they're not the easiest. I think Sonic Blast might be the easiest.
Right.
But yeah, we got a Chaos Emerald. Unfortunately, this spring isn't like spread out through every single level. They're 7 in 7 specific acts, littered throughout the zones. So usually you can't know which. It's just for something to explore. And honestly, I used to have a problem with that until I realized that this is a handheld game. This is an old handheld game. I was like, after you go through the main story and everything, just, of course they'd want you to explore. It's stuff on the go, you'd want to replay levels, just like, okay, you've learned level layouts, time to get those Chaos Emeralds. And while I have some contempt for that kind of design in certain... By the way, I'm just skipping a lot of level design here with Tales. While I do have contempt with that kind of design in certain aspects, I totally get what they were going for here.
Yeah, I mean,
and
handheld
honestly,
games are designed
worse.
differently from console games.
Yeah, but they could have been worse. That's Sonic Advance 2, where they become so much worse with that concept.
Right.
But yeah, it's coming from people who just play the Genesis games, to have the playable characters back again with their own special abilities and Amy. I'm sure a lot of people will love that.
Oh yeah, what I was going to say in the previous thingy before that got destroyed is that this is pretty much Splash Hill Zone.
Yes, but the difference is that Eggman is actually kind of threatening instead of just using the Wrecking Ball over and over.
Yeah, but
it's the Egg Hammer.
That's actually huge. That's a giant hammer. But basically,
yes.
It just means Splash Hill, because I always thought Splash Hill was cool for adding a water aesthetic to Green Hill, but this has already done it. So Splash Hill's just pointless.
I wouldn't call it completely pointless. It do add some stuff, but yeah, Eggman starts doing this stuff
really fast.
Yes, but I managed to blow him off screen. And something I love about the Advanced series is that they really give punch to the explosions when you destroy Eggman's machines.
Oh yeah,
and you can see the individual parts like break off in the explosions too. It's really, really well done.
This game seems to have aesthetics done well.
Yep. But now we're playing as Knuckles in Secret Base Zone, and if this was 3D, then there'd be a rap song here.
The thing is, this is really... I like this concept of, hey, the searchlights and everything, and then they got rid of that for some doll factory.
Well, it's a secret base. So we're in the secret base.
So you know what? You're forced to switch between characters?
No, the thing is, what I'm doing, because I unlocked a level select after beating the game. Basically, if you beat the game, was it the first time or something? You unlock level select. So what I'm doing is that I start out as Sonic, and then I beat a level, and then I go back to level select, switch to another character, and just continue on, and I just change each time. I do it so each character goes through a special stage, and I also do it so that basically for every 2 acts, one character will go through, 2 characters will go through Zone 1, and 2 other characters go to Zone 2 of a 2-act set.
Okay, what you just said, but in a way that isn't starty-stuffy and makes sense.
I'm switching characters every single time I beat an act.
Cool.
And sometimes the order changes depending on how I want to do things.
Good.
There are certain special stages that are easier to be reached with Knuckles or Tails. So
by the looks of things, it's easier to reach the special stage as Knuckles here. Or maybe it's as Tails. I guess I'll see.
Yeah. But now you'll see Amy's gameplay. She does not have a spin dash. She has like a hop thing that helps her gain speed.
Oh, but that's
Her gameplay is actually completely different.
that's weird. I mean, there's
She
always
does not curl up.
there's always that one character that's completely different.
Yeah, but she does not curl up into a ball when she jumps. She does not have that ability. A normal standing jump, she's completely vulnerable. So she can do things out of range with the hammer, as I'm trying to show here, with that little whack-a-mole thing. But she also has a super jump.
Right.
And something I show off later, I think, is that she has a descending attack. So she's not completely vulnerable.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Of course.
because how does she get this thing? I'm assuming you just don't want to use the descending attack?
I don't remember if... I think I only realize I have it a bit later. I'm not sure if it's in this stage or whatever, but... I really want that invincibility, so I think I tried to time it so that... Okay, that was...
You see what confuses me? Sonic
What?
is not consistent as to what everyone can do. And there's some games where Amy can spin into a ball.
In Sonic Advance, starting from Sonic Advance 2, I think? Either 2 or 3, she's able to do so. And she learns how to do her own version of a spin dash, except she doesn't auto-curl into a ball like everyone else.
Right.
She basically does her equivalent of the super peel out, except nowhere as awesome or fast.
So there's that. There's some games where I completely forgot the other examples, but Sonic seems to be inconsistent in what everyone can do.
Well, there are some limit rules, like in terms of characters in comparison to each other.
Oh yeah, I
Whether
was
that's
thinking
Tails-
of Sonic Boom, how the Sonic Boom cartoon made it so that Sonic's the only one that goes fast, which just sounds like a weird decision in my eyes.
Which is completely... By the way, ground spikes! Hi, hello. But it's a decision that's somehow counter to the game, because in the games, everyone could go fast. Which kind of made Sonic not at all special, except that he had a homing attack.
Yeah, but doesn't he go faster?
No, he doesn't. Everyone goes practically the same speed in that game on the running sections.
Does Sonic go fast? In a game like this, does Sonic go faster?
Yeah, Sonic's the fastest character, yes.
Oh, okay. I didn't think
In
that.
Sonic Advance 2, there's a Sonic Boom mechanic, where if you go fast enough for long enough, you gain an after image and an increase of speed. Sonic is the fastest to get into that after image, and he also has the air dash. And he has a certain version of the homing attack too, but we'll get to Sonic Advance 2 when we get to it.
And I'm sure the special stages will look much less cool. And we'll see them much less often.
Well, around Zone 3 and 4, they put a lot of special stage spring areas really close to each other. But you see that if this were certain other games, if I failed on certain points, then that would just be guaranteed. Yeah, you're not getting anything, but it's easy enough to capture a lot of these rings, because unlike in the half pipe, most of your problem here is actually just positioning yourself right. Usually, you can see the bombs coming from a ways away.
Right.
So yeah, it's just positioning, and so if you get a hang of it, it's not really that hard. Of course, there are certain special By the way, there's a floating child there. There are certain special stages where they do amp up the bombs, but it's still not the main problem. But yeah, if you catch a Chow in the special stages, you get to auto-continue.
Nice. So they're just floating in space.
Well, yeah.
And Sonic can fly a plane.
It's his plane. He knows how to fly the plane. It's his plane. Tails just took it.
And crashed it 1,000 times.
Yep. It's literally his. That's why it has Sonic on it. It's his plane. It's just that he doesn't use it a lot.
Because you can just run faster than the air.
Well, I would say that in the air is kind of incorrect, but you know, you're technically correct for what I know you mean. So yeah, also, something I don't think I realized is that if you hit... I think that was a down spiral attack that I was starting to do, but if you hit a spring with Amy's hammer, then its launch power is increased.
Right. Also, she's
Honestly, that
the
has...
utility.
Yeah, as I said, she's a special kind of gameplay person. Which honestly, I kind of like that, but at the same I used to feel really vulnerable with her, but because I learned of her moveset, because a lot of Game Boy games have hidden moves, hidden effects for moves and such. But once I learned of her moveset stuff, it was okay. By the way, I'm pretty sure this is reused. This boss, not only is it uninspired, but it's also reused in, was it Sonic Blast or something? No, this would be reused from something like Sonic Blast. Pretty sure there was a pogo stick boss before.
Yeah, or after.
That doesn't really make sense in this context. But yep, freeing all the animals. Just like normal, they're tiny mutant gorillas. I wish not to question them. But yeah, we'll see you guys for when we do the next stage, which is like...
they live on a different planet.
Yeah, sort of. Maybe. Actually, they never quite established that. But yeah, the next stage is a carnival stage, so you might like that.